I don't often hear people talk about global warming and its effects on the economics of the future, even though, of course, it should be a very big topic. And you mentioned that China is particularly well disposed to navigating this future. And why is China so well suited to this?
Partly because of the Opium Wars. Okay. Now, can you, just so we have a bit of history, can you explain what the Opium Wars were?
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I cannot explain what the Opium
Exactly.
Wars.
Okay. If you know they happened, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do know that they happened.
Okay. What do you think they were about?
My guess is that they had something to do with opium.
Yeah, but I think most Americans would think those bloody Chinese were trying to sell opium outside into other countries, and we stopped them.
Well, I think that didn't we like give them opium, or we tried to ensure that they became addicted to opium.
Exactly. Okay. The war was to continue selling opium to the Chinese, despite the fact the Chinese authorities tried to keep it out, and that just destroyed the whole country. It was a humiliation for China, and the reason that was done is because, particularly the English, were the first colonial powers to invade China. They were running a huge trade deficit with China because China, we used to call crockery China. Okay. Because the Chinese stuff was so much better than the European. That was the name that the Europeans used for crockery. Okay? So China was accumulating a huge trade surplus, lots of gold and silver going to China as a result in those days of gold and silver-backed currencies. And eventually the English got sick of seeing their treasuries depleted, so they said, we've got to find something else we can sell. I will sell them opium. And then when the Chinese tried to block the opium sales, they invaded and subjugated China. China remembers that. Those two things that comes out of that. There was a time when they didn't need anything from the West, and the West subjugated them when it got the chance. So we can't trust the West. So I think and they think kids in China learn about the Opium Wars the same way kids in America learn about the Civil War. Okay, and the War of Independence. So it's at the background of mind of every Chinese person. And when they look at the situation, they say we can't rely upon the West, and we need to be self-sufficient. So I think that's the direction they're going in, trying to be able to produce everything they need domestically and not need the West. And that means, of course, they've got to industrialize dramatically as well. So that mindset is part of what's there too. So in terms of global warming, that means that they're now reducing their consumption of coal. So the carbon dioxide output from China is falling, even though they're building more power stations with coal. They're building so many more with nuclear and solar and wind and tide that they're reducing their carbon intensity now. And I think their objective is to get down to zero themselves, because they know they can't trust the West to do it. They know the cooperative agreements in the West aren't worth the paper they're written on. So they'll be aiming for becoming a zero carbon economy as soon as they can. I imagine by 2035 or 2040 is probably their planned objective there, ahead of what the West said they'd do with Paris, which the Paris have already breached, okay? That was supposed to be 2050. Bullshit, it'll never happen. So China will be able to keep itself going with non-carbon-based energy. They're trying to make their food self-sufficiency work. They're currently a major importer of soybeans in particular, and meat. They're trying to make it that they can produce all that domestically. So it means when the global system starts to collapse because of global warming, and it will, the global production system, if you're reliant upon imports, you're screwed. China is going to be less reliant upon imports than anybody, and probably spend more time making its resources resilient against the damage the storms will cause at that time. So I think in that sense, I regard China as the only major country that's got a hope of surviving what global warming is going to do.